Sometimes you gotta build a fort. You know, I have a 5-year-old kid, and every time he sees a big stack of boxes, it's let's build a fort. And it makes you wonder, you know, at what age do you stop building forts? So anyways, we built a fort here today. This is like a $30,000 comic book fort. I was thinking about it. We have essentially solved the liquidity issue of comics here at Bryce Comics. We talk about it a lot in this community, you know, when people refer to comics like stocks and say the values of this and that, and people will say, oh yeah, but they're not completely liquid. You can't just decide to instantly sell something. But here we have an example of actually 3 people, this is 3 different collections, who, you know, relatively instantly sold everything. So we're always buying here at Bryce Comics. Shoot me a list. And I'll shoot you a fast, fair offer and get you paid quick. So I did want to just read this little email here from one of these sellers. He wrote me a nice email. It says, "Dear Bry, hello again. You almost made me cry because you are a effing lifesaver." And then he goes on to say, you know, that he didn't really want to sell his comics, but he was in a position where he absolutely needed to get funds quick. And so it feels good, you know, to be able to offer that. Hopefully you never get into that position yourself. And, you know, this channel, I do a lot of videos, you know, showing how to maximize your value and get the most out of your comics. But if you find yourself in a position where you need to liquidate, we are always here for you. So in this video, we're gonna go over some of the highlights of these books. Not everything, because there's just too much to go through. And there's some really cool books in these collections, some rare comics. Now, relax, people. I could see the comment person right now going, comics are not rare, these aren't rare. And I've actually gone on record to say that comics are not rare, but we do have some unique collectibles that rarely come up for sale. Is that good enough for you, comment warrior guy there? So some really cool stuff. We're gonna flip through these. In other news, because some people like little updates, it is finally t-shirt weather here in Montana, which is amazing. You know, where we're from, it's t-shirt weather like months ago, but we're just now finally getting it. And you know, we're really enjoying it here. The other day I woke up, I got caught up on some work for a couple hours, then I went to Costco and I bought a lawnmower, which actually really sucks, and I came home and made lunch, and then went to Glacier National Park and went for a 3-mile hike that was 1 mile elevation and 3 miles out to a subalpine lake, and then came home in time for dinner. So we're living the dream here. And the reason I mentioned that is you should come. You should come to Montana. Listen to all the Montanans in the comments going, no, don't come to Montana. But no, there's plenty of room here for people. There's big sky country, as you can see here. There's lots of sky, and you know, I would like to have some more comic book friends here. So all of the books that you're gonna see here in this video are available now at brycecomics.com. Use code COLLECT10 for 10% off all in-stock items. Also, we have a new collection coming in today that's gonna almost primarily go directly to Whatnot. So if you're watching this the day it comes out, we're gonna have a huge Whatnot show on Friday. There's a link down in the description for $15 towards your first purchase, and we'll have stuff in the Buy It Now for 15 bucks. We'll do wheel spins. You'll have a shot at $1,000. Someone almost won it last time. And we also have 2 giveaways every month here at Bryce Comics. If you subscribe, comment, and like this video, you're entered to win the YouTube giveaway. This month we're giving away 2 slabs. And if you sign up for the newsletter at brycecomics.com, you're entered to win a free slab each and every month, except this month we're giving away 2 slabs. So let's take a look at these books. All right, so this first collection here, young Marcus checked in, so I am actually seeing these for the first time. I mean, I priced them, but I can't remember everything that was in the collection, so I'm excited to go through these. The next collection after this, I have already priced, and we put on the website and found some really cool, interesting books. And so anyways, let's just start here. Wolverine number 3, the Adi Granov variant. This is the edition C, signed by Adam Kubert and Benjamin Percy. I think there's a lot of Adam Kubert and Benjamin Percy Wolverine signatures. So here's a homage to Hulk 181 for Wolverine 1. Spawn 275 Amazing Comic-Con edition. Batman 612 signed by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. Wolverine number 1 Newsstand double signed by Joe Rubenstein, Chris Claremont, Frank Miller, and Roy Thomas. 4 times signed. All right, Venom number 27, the Virgin Edition scan variant cover C with the custom label, triple signed. Okay, so this is the scan variant cover C, which is homaging Clayton Crane's thing. So Clayton Crane signed it in his Infinity Rainbow signature, which is really cool, and Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. So that's a cool book. Venom Lethal Protector 1. Wolverine number 10 with the custom label, the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. X-Men number 596 signed by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. Return of Wolverine signed by Clayton Crane. Look at that drippy Clayton Crane goodness. You gotta love his art. Uncanny X-Men 24492 double signed custom label. This is a super hard to find expensive variant for Wolverine Special 102.5. Still valuable even in 8.5. I think I have a 9.8 coming at some point. It might have been in this collection. X-Men Annual 14 9.8 signed by Arthur Adams. 221 signed by Mark Silvestri. Batman signed by Frank Miller. Mighty Morphin signed by Jason David Frank, who sadly passed away, as you know if you're a fan. So this is the thank you variant for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / TMNT number 1. So it's really cool to see that. Also signed by Jason David Frank, the Clark variant. I think this one is the more rare one. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 50, the Clark variant. Batman The Dark Knight Returns number 1, double signed. 99 please. I've always wanted to get a custom label that says the 99 please on like a 0.5 or something. Spawn 17496 signed. Wolverine number 1 signed by Chris Claremont. 266 with 1, 2, 3 signatures, 4. Signed by Joe Rubinstein, Chris Claremont, Andy Kubert, and Jim Lee. Signed by Chris Claremont for number 142. A lot of these are going to be pretty affordable, but they're still cool to see signature series. Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Scotty Young, Juggernaut, number 1, signed by Scotty with the custom label. Maestro number 1, signed by Clayton Crane. X-Men 11, signed by Jim Lee. Deadpool number 1 with the Scotty Young cover, again signed by Scotty Young. Wolverine number 8. Infinity Gauntlet number 1 is this double signed by George Perez and Jim Starlin. Wolverine number 1 signed by Adam Kubert and Benjamin Percy. The Banana Wolverine cover, Wolverine 1, John Tyler Christopher variant cover. This is number 2,867 out of 3,000. Double signed by Adam Kubert, Benjamin Percy with the custom label. Beautiful book. Amazing Spider-Man number 136. All right, so this is part of the other collection. This is actually a valuable, over $1,000 book, I believe, and a 9.8. First Harry Osborn as the new Green Goblin. Uncanny number 268, Jim Lee and Scott Williams. All right, now we're getting into the other collection. Here we have Wizard number 11 with this awesome Todd McFarlane cover. Amazing Spider-Man 190, 9.8 white pages. 192, custom label 9.8 white. 239, second appearance of the Hobgoblin 9.8 newsstand. That one doesn't come up for sale too often in the 9.8 newsstand. Amazing Spider-Man 253 newsstand, first appearance of the Rose. King Spawn, the 1 in 250. This is individually numbered and signed by Todd McFarlane. Amazing Spider-Man 174 9.8 white. X-Men 155, first appearance of the Brood newsstand. A lot of newsstand and Mark Jewelers and high ratio incentives. Ghost Rider Volume 2 number 15, the first ever glow-in-the-dark comic book cover, and it's a newsstand edition. Really cool book. This is the 1 in 1,000 remastered sketch edition by Todd McFarlane for Return of Wolverine number 1. Venom number 1 remastered sketch. I believe this is also a 1 in 1,000, which looks absolutely amazing with this sketch cover. Spawn number 5, the German edition, which has that cover for Spawn number 9. This is the embossed German cover. It's really cool to see this. I've never actually seen this in person. And it makes me wonder, you know, I was looking at this, it's like a square bound book. It's absolutely flawless. And I wonder, with, you know, today's grading standards, where it seems like they're maybe a little more generous with 9.9s, if that would get a 9.9 if resubmitted. Maybe one time I put a note on a book that was like, hey, you know, you're doing a great job, grader. Keep up the good work. Like a little post-it on the back of the backing board, and said, if you wouldn't mind, if you could please put in the grader's notes why this isn't a 9.9 or a 10, I would really appreciate it. And one time I got a 9.9 and there was no notes. It's like, well, why wasn't it a 10? Come on. Batman Spawn number 1. This is the 1 in 1000 double signed by Todd McFarlane and Greg Capullo. Spawn 21 newsstand. What If number 7 newsstand with this awesome cover by Rob Liefeld. Wolverine 29 newsstand edition. Another awesome cover by Klaus Janson. Dead World number 10. So this is the cover A, which has the first appearance of Crow on the back cover, which is really awesome. So Dead World number 10, cover A, and the variant cover by Vincent Locke. I wonder if this one also has, yes, so it has the same back cover, which makes them both valuable. I think the cover A is more expensive. Marvel Comics Presents number 43, which is a newsstand, which is a tricky one because you have to flip it over to see the newsstand edition on the back, so it can be kind of sneaky. I don't think there's any recorded sales of that in a newsstand. Maybe it's because it's hard to identify. San Diego Comic-Con Comics number 2, the first appearance of Hellboy in a 9.8. Batman number 1, this is the 1 in 500 sketch edition. Greg Capullo cover, very expensive. Spawn 10, no number. I don't remember. This is like a lenticular cover. I don't think it's very valuable. Amazing Spider-Man 255 in a 9.8 newsstand. This one is incredibly rare in 9.8 newsstand. It's got this all black cover, and right around this issue, like right around the ASM 250s, maybe even 230s, is when, you know, the newsstands really start to pick up value, and then as they get, you know, farther along, like 300 and above, then they get increasingly rare. Amazing Spider-Man 268 9.8 newsstand and 287 9.8 newsstand. A lot of classic Todd in this collection as well. We got Spider-Man number 1. This is the newsstand polybagged edition signed by Todd McFarlane with the full signature and the custom label. Really cool collectible right there. Here's just the regular newsstand edition. I guess there's a difference between the polybag newsstand and the newsstand. I don't know how they tell the difference. It must be like on the indicia or something, because the covers are exactly the same. But they do differentiate between the two. This one is a newsstand edition signed by Todd, not with the full signature on that one. Here's Venomverse, the remastered sketch. I believe this is a 1 in 2000, if I'm not mistaken. There's the gold edition of Spider-Man 1. The silver edition, signed by Todd McFarlane in pink, which I think looks really cool, with the custom Todd label. This is a cool manufacturing error. This is a really rare, there I go saying it again, but no, this one is rare. It's a manufacturing error where I believe the error is the interior pages are upside down. And it's the origin of Spider-Man 2099. It's signed and sketched by Rick Leonardi, and this is a killer sketch. Look at how cool that is. Really, really like this. So Avengers 236 9.8 newsstand, awesome cover by Al Milgrom and Joe Sinnott. And then we have a 9.6 Mark Jewelers, which is really cool. I always like seeing Mark Jewelers variants because they're so rare. Venom number 6, this is the McFarlane variant cover. I believe this is also like a 1 in 500 or something, high ratio with the custom label. Marvel Age 90, this classic Todd McFarlane cover, and it's a Mark Jewelers insert, 9.6. Very hard to find. Marvel Team Up 53, 9/8 white, with this awesome cover here by John Romita and Dave Cockrum. This is the first John Byrne on the X-Men, which is significant. This book is really cool. Avengers number 200, 9/8 newsstand. This is a controversial issue because Carol Danvers is used and becomes pregnant by a man who turns out to be the same person to whom she gives birth. What? What an awesome story that is. First appearance of Marcus the Immortus, the son of Immortus, conceived by Carol Danvers. I think that I love me a controversial comic from the 80s. And we also have, I think we have Mark Jewelers of that. Spawn 17, 9/8 newsstand. Always cool to see newsstand early issue Spawns. This one's signed by Todd with the full Todd signature and the custom label. Marvel Age 12, 9.8. This is the first concept art for the Black Suit Spidey, which predates ASM 252. Spidey and His Amazing Friends number 1, first appearance of Firestar in comics, and it's a newsstand. Marvel or Wizard Comics number 1, Wizard number 1, CBCS 9.8 classic Todd cover. Amazing Spider-Man Adventures number 1 newsstand. This is a really cool embossed foil cover, and it's cool to see it in a newsstand. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 36, newsstand edition. Very difficult to find in 9.8 because it's a completely black cover. It's the 9/11 World Trade Center story. Marvel Team Up number 117. You gotta love this Joe Rubinstein art on this one. Newsstand edition. First appearance of Professor Power. And then we also have this is the 9/6 Mark Jewelers, and this is the 9/8 newsstand. ASM 315, the first partial cover appearance of Venom in a Mark Jewelers, 9.6 Mark Jewelers, and also ASM 347, 9.6 Mark Jewelers edition for this classic Eric Larson cover. ASM 362, 9/8 newsstand. Spectacular Spider-Man 4, first appearance of the Hitman, 9/8 newsstand. Secret Wars 1, 9/8 newsstand. This is a very expensive book with the hologram there. This is the partial sketch variant cover for X-Men 25, and this is the first time that Magneto rips the adamantium out of Wolverine's body. Wolverine vs. Spider-Man number 1 newsstand edition. Really cool Eric Larson, Terry Austin cover. ASM 312, 9/8 newsstand. Punisher War Journal number 7, 9/8 newsstand. Number 6, 9/8 newsstand. Web of Spider-Man 31, 9/8 newsstand. Craven appearance. Cap 332, a really cool cover here by Mike Zack and Klaus Janson. This one rarely comes up for sale in 9/8 newsstand. If you go check eBay, it's just all directs. So first appearance of Nuke. Spectacular Spider-Man 156. This is really cool because it's the JCPenney Marvel Vintage Pack reprint. So they call it second printing here. My question is, like, why would they reprint this, like, in 1992? Why wouldn't they do ASM 300? I mean, this is is this the first appearance of Banjo? His name is Banjo, and he hates it when you pick on him. It's an awesome cover. I actually really like this cover. I think it makes it really cool. A Sal Buscema cover, but I'm just like, why would they reprint that, of all things? Batman 366, 9/8 newsstand. Web of Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 318. I'm just going to stop saying newsstand because you can see they're all newsstand. 361, First Carnage. Batman 125, this is the Jim Lee sketch cover. I believe it's a 1 in 1,000, if I'm not mistaken, for the first appearance of Failsafe. Wolverine number 50, 9/8 newsstand. Wolverine Volume 3, number 66. This is a harder to find second print, which is really cool to see the start of the Old Man Logan storyline. Marvel Comics presents number 49, 9/8 newsstand, and this is the first appearance of the Baddies, I believe. Cool wraparound cover as well. Now this is one of the coolest interactions with trade dress that I think I've ever seen. So there's a whole category on Key Collector of like covers where the characters are interacting with the trade dress, and I think it's a cool thing to collect. This is Marvel Comics Presents number 117. Got the custom label, and what's even cooler about it is it's a newsstand edition, which is another one of those sneaky ones. It's a flip book, so it has, you know, this is still the same book, number 117. Maybe this was meant to be the cover. Maybe CGC encapsulated it backwards, because it is a flip book, and the barcode's on this side. So I think this was intended to be the front cover. But I am absolutely glad that they encapsulated it this way, because this is the cover I would want to look at. That's really interesting. Spectacular Spider-Man 145 second print. This is another J.C. Penney reprint, which is like, why did they choose to reprint these? But I think it makes it super collectible. Web of Spider-Man number 498 newsstand with this awesome John Byrne cover. Man of Steel newsstand edition for the first full appearance of Doomsday. Spectacular Spider-Man number 3, first appearance of Lightmaster. Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. Batman number 608, second print. Highly collectible Jim Lee cover. Now we're getting into a different collection with a bunch of Something Is Killing the Children and Miles Morales books. So this is Something That's Killing the Children 3, the second print. That's hard to find. Unfortunately, there's a crack in the case and I need to send that in to be reholdered. Here we have Something's Killing the Children number 1. We've got the 6th print, the 2nd print, the 3rd print, the 4th print, the 5th print signed by James Tynion, the 8th print, and the 7th print. So it's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th print. But no first print. Secret Wars number 9, the Pekeli variant. I wonder why she always draws Miles like so much smaller than Spider-Man. I wonder if that's like a subconscious thing that like in her mind he's the bigger character or something, because there's also Spider-Man 2, this Pekeli variant where he's like tiny, where they're pulling each other's masks off. Very interesting. Spider-Man number 1, this is the hip-hop variant Nas Illmatic album cover homage by Adi Granov. So this is all the 2016 series. This is the Bagley variant for Spider-Man 1 2016. This is the 2014 series for Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the Peterson variant. And this is the original series of 2011 Ultimate Comic Spider-Man number 2, the second print, which is the white background Carrie Andrews cover, which is rare, but not as rare as the 3rd print, which I also have in here. Here's Spider-Man 1, the 2016. This is the 2nd print. And this is the Comics Pro, which is a sketch version of this that's super limited and like a $500 book. The Cho variant for the 2016 series, which is also rare incentive. And the Clayton Crane for 2019. I thought I had them all together, so sorry about that, guys. Here's the animation variant for 2019, which is an incentive, and the Garbett variant for the 2019 series, and the Adi Granov 1 in 25 for the 2019 series. Here's that 3rd print. Very hard to find, especially in 9.8 for Ultimate Spider-Man number 2. And here's number 3 in a 2nd print. So really cool to see those 2nd and 3rd printings of those. So that's just some of it, you guys. There's a lot of new inventory here. A lot of awesome shows are coming up, especially over on Whatnot. So make sure you're signed up for Whatnot and use the link in my description for $15 for your first purchase. Don't forget, we always do those monthly giveaways here on the channel. If you subscribe, comment, and like this video, you're entered to win 2 slabs this month. Head over to BryceComics.com where you can find all of these books listed. Use code COLLECT10 for 10% off all in-stock items. That code is always active. Thanks as always for sticking with me to the end of the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.